Ever since COVID began, you moved to working from home. And as time passed, you not only moved to working from home, but you changed cities. You went to a different place and you've been there for quite some time now. Life is settled, you're enjoying your time with the family and delivering the work that you have to do. Suddenly, you get an email that says that you have to return to office. Given this scenario, what should you do? Hello, friends. My name is Atirakshit Bhatt, and welcome to Wiser at Work with you. Today, we are going to try and answer this particular question. From one of my viewers, I got this question, which goes as I have been working from home since COVID. Now, suddenly, my company wants me to come to office. I have changed cities since I moved to work from home, and moving back will be a considerable economic strain and time consuming. What should I do? Now let's try to understand this problem first. As the user has clearly pointed out, he's already moved cities and it's going to have a lot of financial impact to move back to a city where he has an office. Not only that, he has to move his family, moving around the school of his children, and a number of other things that may be impacting him or her. And that's why it is very important that before you take any decision, you give it a proper thought. Now let's understand what is it that you can do, what are the options that you have with you. The first and the foremost thing that you need to do is to understand the communication clearly. Many a times the organizations say that you have to come back to office, but then that communication is limited to certain roles only. It's not everyone who has to come back, but the frontline people who are facing the customer day in, day out, the people who have got some security concerns around their work, like if they are working for some banking clients or something like that, sometimes only they need to come back to the office and not everyone. So, first get a clear understanding of what exactly is the communication. Has everyone been asked to come back? If yes, then how much time has been given for someone to come back? Is it really necessary, or is there an hybrid arrangement that can be looked at for the near future? Try to understand all these parameters. And after understanding all these things, then take a call whether you want to go and talk to your own manager or your HR to figure things out. Go and talk to them and understand and explain. It's a two-way street, right? You have to understand why is it that they are mandating for you to come back, and you have to explain to them the circumstances that you are facing, the changes that you will have to go through, the impact that it may have on the work that you are delivering, and then try to figure out if there is a solution that can be reached. Maybe you can have a hybrid role, maybe you can have for the next month or so that you're working remotely and then you start coming to office or something like that. Now if it is clear to you that there is nothing you can do in terms of not going back to office, then the options that you have with you are is first to start looking for alternatives within the organization. See if there is another opening, another role which is suitable to your skills and at the same time allows you to work remotely. After looking at these particular aspects, if still things don't work out, then you need to weigh your pros and cons. Is it better for you to continue working with your office by shifting back and going to your office? Or is it better for you to start looking out for a new role in a new organization? Weigh your pros and cons. What do you think you will get? And once you are very clear that the pros outweigh the cons, then start looking for a new job. If it is clear that the cons outweigh the pros, then create a plan and discuss with your manager and see how you can smoothly go back to your office. However, keep in mind, under no circumstances should you be resigning from your work before you have another offer in hand. These are tough times. A lot of people do not have jobs, and it is certainly not easy to get another job. So do not resign unless you have another offer in hand. In addition to this, ensure that whether or not you are facing a go back to office challenge, you start honing your skills, develop your resume, and start looking out for a job. You should always know what your market worth is so that in case of an eventuality, you can always move out. I'll share a quick story with you of one of my colleagues who was faced with such a decision and how it worked out for her. Now, before I do that, if you have not subscribed to the channel yet, please go ahead and subscribe to the channel. You will find a number of questions related to professional people and the professional work life being answered over here. You can also go ahead and ask your questions. The email ID is given in the description below. You can ask your questions on that email ID and we'll try to pick up those questions and give you the answers. Now, let me share the story of one of my colleagues. She had a similar situation. She was working from home for, I think, a couple of years, and both she and her husband and their children had moved back to their hometown. And when they got this particular email, when she got this particular email, it was a very tough decision for her because it meant not only shifting by herself, but taking her family along with her, for her husband to go back to work, and then the kids having to change their schools and all such things. She did try to talk to her management team and work out some interim solution or midterm solution. Unfortunately, they did not give her much opportunity. However, good thing was she had a month before she had to actually be back in office. So she went ahead, searched for a job, fortunately got a better paying job at the same place where she was currently staying, and had a hybrid schedule where she had to go to office a couple of days in the week, which was fine with her because she didn't still have to move from her home place to another city. So, like this, in a nutshell, it all depends on your pros and cons. If the pros outweigh the cons, then go ahead, start looking for another job and continue working from home. If the cons outweigh the pro, look back at how you can easily smoothen into the transition of going back to your office. I hope you would have liked this. If you have some experiences that are similar, go ahead and share the experiences in the comment with us. Or if you have your own thoughts, please go ahead and share your thoughts in the comments. What would you have done in such a situation? Also, if you like videos like this, I also have another video which basically answers the question whether you should have a mentor or not, or whether a mentor is necessary for you to grow in your corporate life. You can check out the video here and keep watching.